Yes, here we had a first hand on the table, so here. On the turn we both have nuts, he has redrawn the full house, I have redrawn the flush, we split the pot. Rest you did see. There's a crease regular on the tables, or might have c-bet here. We have the crease regular on the tables. Our favorite customer, VJ1414, what was his name? I'm on waiting list on each of his tables. So it's nice here. Oh, they're straight on the board, but it's kind of bad spot to start to make bluffs. So I'm just folding to this min bet. And here he's so crazy that do we want to shove kings? He just lost the buy-in. But I'm actually going to fold kings here, because unfortunately if I call, he's going to barrel me on the turn and river on pretty much his whole range. And I don't want to stack off there with kings. So I'm just making a fold and sort of mental note that yes, he's an aggressive one, probably slightly tilted. Here I'm going to check call, let him bluff the river. And he shove. I'm actually going to shove, because he's not folding any two pairs. And he has king, or what he had? Two pairs. Did he even have two pairs there? Yes, backdoor two pairs. And he stacked off instantly, which is why the shove was bad. Not bad, shove on the river was good. Against any decent regular, we would just go, we would never shove the river. Here is our customer. He's just VK44. I love you. So it was quite a fast start. We have a lot of going on the two tables. So this is Poker Mania's Wednesday PLO. Welcome if you are here for the first time. You made a good choice. And we're going to start with PLO25. Let's see how it goes. We have a crowdfunded bankroll of around $207, which means that if we lose 1-2 buy-ins, we have to go back to PLO10. But the games on PLO10 are super soft. So yes, it wouldn't be a problem. But as for now, we are up $25 or so. Here, Shorty spots the flop. The thing is that I don't think he would pot with air, and we have pair of queens in our hand, which will hurt our hand. If he has ace king, we are drawing to 5-outer. So I'm just going to fold. Here on table 2 we call a pre-flop and we hit 13 out of wrap, but there's a flush draw. When there's cold caller, we are not going crazy. So we are just going to call and see if we hit the nuts. We do. Now it's just how to get value. I'm probably just going to bet. He's going to call me with any draw. And he shoves, which is a great thing. We call and he is free rolling us and we are free rolling him. And we split the pot. We had a 4-outer. No, not 4-outer, because he has 1 ace. We had 3 outs to full house. He had a flush draw. What a strong hand. Wow. And no deep ante-tables. I have to admit, I haven't played a lot of those deep ante-tables. But every time when I check them, there's only like 3 or 4 tables open and same regulars on each of them. So I'm not sure how many of the fishes go to deep tables. And we are probably having some deep situations on normal tables. The antes change the game a little bit because there's more money to win pre-flop, which means that opening more from the position is even more better. But if the games are full of regulars who play only deep tables, not sure how much there is value at PLO25 because of the rate. If you have followed our YouTube channel, you might have noticed that there has been some discussion on PLO videos about more marginal spots, and some of them are more marginal, some of them might not be that marginal in someone's mind. That's something that I really want to talk about, is that people have to realize that if I'm doing a live coaching like this one, I have a chat, I have to talk, I have to watch lobby, all kind of stuff. Sorry, I got something on my nose. Oh, damn. There's so much more going on than there would be if I was just playing for myself. So everyone should realize that when I'm playing on coaching, although I have only 4 tables, probably 6 tables, I am not playing my absolute best 8 game ever. And I know that we have second nuts here, so now we can just... I bet we can shove the river. And he has a jack high flush. Thank you. When he goes a turn, the board is not going to change. So when he goes a turn, we are definitely shoving the river. So everyone should realize that I'm not playing my 8 game on the coachings. So I know it. And if I have a real marginal spot, like I know that this spot I might make a call, but it will get me into really trouble post-flop situations. I might actually fold instead of call or raise or bet or whatever. Because I don't have as much mental resources to deal with the situations than I would have if I would play just by myself. But all the feedback is more than welcome. Here I open a kind of min 3 bet and the call, and of course we call and we flop middle pair and a wrap. So it's kind of strong enough so we are not folding, and we have 9 high, he pots. Not sure if there's enough folding equity, so we just call, we turn the second nuts, but I don't think he has king queen almost ever. So I'm going to shove here. If he has 7-8, we are crushing him. And he has jack 6. Well, that's interesting. Wow. Some crazy shit going on. Oh, Prince Hayes has reloaded once again. So yeah, I'm folding on some marginal spots that in vacuum or with full mental resources might be a call or raise or whatever. So yes, I am aware that I am making minor mistakes during the coachings, and if you have seen the coachings, you have seen me doing some mistakes. I actually checked the nuts on turn and river a week ago, if I remember right. That was crazy. And now he 3-bets me once again. We call, and we hit middle pair. I'm going to peel the turn. Turn sort of kills my hand, so I'm just going to actually fold it. He's going to give me his stack as soon as I hit something. There were some good feedback and there was some not so good feedback in my mind. Every time I get a feedback that people say, oh my god, that's a standard call, why did you fold? I would like to have some justification, like, oh my god, it's a standard call because. But when I get just the feedback that, oh my god, it's a standard call, why you fold, then I have to justify why it's not so standard call. And it's not as constructive as it should be in my mind. But there's some nice feedback, and actually there's one situation from former coaching. We had a trip jacks on the turn and river. I remember the spot, and I wondered, should we value bet or not? And at the spot I thought that yes, we can value bet against his range, but then because of the feedback I calculated some hand combination stuff, so I actually realized that we shouldn't value bet, which is a great thing. I learned something here. Oh, he botched the turn. Let's make a small bluffish raise. Like if he has a full house, he's never folding. I hope he has pocket tens. We get maximum. If he has a full house, he's never folding. So I'm betting close to a pot here. Actually, I'm going to pot. Because he might have like overpair and flush draw. But if he has pocket tens or 10-5, I don't think he's folding the river that often. Yes, table 1, it was this Prince Hayes that made a min 3 bet, or did I make some kind of min 3 bet? Who was it? And as always, if you're, when you are commenting about the hands, please say what table it was and say what was my whole card, because we have 2-minute delay for security reasons. So when you say something, I'm going to reply about 4 or 5 minutes after it has happened on the tables. So I can't remember the situation if you just say, why did you fold on table 3? Damn, my mouse isn't working fast enough. So when you comment the hand, I'm going to open the... Oh, it's lobby. Here's replayer. I'm going to open the replayer and find my hand. And then we can discuss about it. Here on table 3, I'm going to c-bet this board. I'm in a 3-bet. I'm going to hit the jab, set 1 out of 4 times, and I have a lot of folding equity on these type of boards unless someone has hit it. And here the grease guy makes a small raise, and he has raised pretty much only 10% of time or so. So I'm just going to fold here. I think he has a 10 a lot of times. Here I'm going to barrel the turn. When the board the strips, all his draws are often drawing dead against my range. So we have a lot of folding equity. On the outside table, yes, we got a value from VK44. He had a jack high flush, second nuts on the flush appointment. Of course, the river paired the board, but he couldn't fold it. Here on table 4, we have a wrap on the flop, and now we have on the turn, we still have the wrap. So I'm going to call, and we hit the straight on the river. Actually, the nuts makes it easier. If there was a flush draw on the flop, I think the turn call would be better, because then we can bet all the non-flush in rivers that make a straight, and he will snap call us. Now 7 completes the pretty much only draw on the flop, so I'm not sure if he gives us value bet often enough. And now he calls, probably has set or 2 pairs. Oh, he had 2 pairs and rivered a set of 7s. Wow. I had something else in my mind to discuss today. Oh yes, PLO25 evening. We have scheduled it till, was it 5th of December? Yes. So 1.5 weeks on Friday. Instead of Finnish PLO evening, we are going to have PLO25 evening. And it's going to be in English this time. Oh damn, should have bet only 55 or so. He has 3-bet me a lot. Oh, he does it now, which makes it easier. $6 when he calls, the pot is $12 and he has $16 or so behind. So I'm going to 4-bet and shove pretty much any flop. SPR is under 1.5, so we can stack off on any flop and he's not going to make money or exploit us by exposing us our aces. That's a infinity project. I have planned to make a thread or post to forums about playing aces, the mathematical part. Like, why is it profitable to shove any flop with SPR 1? Or even more if we know our opponent range. And so on. When we are overplaying aces, when we are not overplaying aces. Just going to make a thread about that, but haven't been able. I have been so busy that I have forgotten it. I was supposed to make the thread for PLO25 night on Monday. Now it's Wednesday, I haven't done it yet. Not forgot, I just didn't have time. But I'm going to make the thread today. At least start it, so people can buy shares. It's going to work. For those who joined the Finnish PLO25, I know the drill. But for non-Finnish viewers, it's going to be run in the same way as these cash game evenings. But it's just going to be one shot. I'm going to play PLO25 on Friday for about, I don't know, $200, $150 or so, or as much as we can gather. And then when the tournaments are finished, we see if there was any profit or not, and we split the winnings. Oh, I'm not going to open because there's this. Oh, it's not Victor Hurley, it was someone similar on level 1. What was his name? I forgot it. Here, Cash Donkey bets, and our options are call or raise. And there's so many turns that help us. Jack gives us flush draw and straight. Now we can just bluff catch him. He's quite tight. I think he might have overperson, and I don't like the ace. Ew. I'm going to check here. And he checks. And he has, he had a 10. So it's good we didn't raise. We have a situation on the outside table with our Greece friend. Let's see how it turns out. I will show it in replayer. Oh, he folded. Sort of situation, we open pre-flop. Actually, he min raises us pre-flop, and we make a small isolation 3-bet or against him for just value, and it's 3-way, and we totally miss the flop. We have a card shot, and we have a backdoor flush draw. We have a lot of overcards. So I check it, we turn the nuts, he bets over half a pot. That looks so kind of weird that I'm going to make a small raise, hope he do something stupid like if he has 7-8 or set, but he just folded, so he was totally bluffing. Here we are up against Swedish Victor Hugo. We have a crappy aces, so the only option is to 4-bet and shove any flop. If we call, we are going to make so bad decisions post-flop. Wow. Let's make a small one. Like if he has ace in his hand, he's probably going to shove. Oh, we could have bet smaller, like $5. He had so less behind, but the thing is that the only way to get action here is that he has ace king. Or if he has ace in his hand and we bet really small, he might not be able to fold it. But after 4-bet on this board, we shouldn't have a lot of action. He shouldn't have pocket kings in his range, and our range is so ace heavy that not sure, but if we check the flop, that is as suspicious as it can be. If we check the flop, I think he's never bluffing, because it's a great spot to bluff if we 4-bet with something else than aces. So it's kind of bored that first we have the nuts, but after a couple of seconds we understand that it's a bad flop. So hard to get value. On table 2 we have pocket kings. Oh, this... Oh, damn. That sucks. I'm actually going to fold my kings here. Oh, what a flop. But the thing is that if he has aces, we are not in good shape, or if he has anything, we are not crushing him, and we have 2 players behind. This guy might have aces, he opens from under the gun. And if we call, then the flop would be like $14, and we would be in a so bad spot unless we hit the king, which happens 1 out of 8 times. Didn't happen this time. On demo 1, I make a bad bluff against regulars. I represent, I don't know what I could even represent here, random 3, who knows. But I hit the jackpot on the river, and I'm going to, he has 175 behind, so I'm going to bet it. And he has, oh, he has ace king. Wow. That didn't even cross my mind. And table 4, turn completes the flush, so it's kind of bad. And now VK pots it. Ew, I'm getting away. Oh, damn. Almost made money. On the other table, We are almost 200 pp deep with the Greece fisherman. We hit the nuts, we bet half, but he raises us, and his raise size is pretty big, so I would assume that he might have sets in his raise. Of course, he's super aggressive, but if he has set of sevens, I don't think he can fold it. Of course, we can call and probably check raise turn, but we are so deep that we can't commit ourselves with even a turn check raise. So I raise here big and hope he has pocket sevens or some kind of jack 8, 9, 10 type of hand. So no action, he insta folded. And he pots the flop. I'm going to shove it. We have overpair and we have the ace in our hand. And we have definitely folding equity against a lot of hands. And now we're committed and he has pocket kings, which kind of sucks. Table 2 with aces on the flop. If it was monotone, what aces it was. Oh, here we, oh dear. The flush completes on the river and he bets half a pot. We are in a decent shape here. Our hand holds. When he bets half a pot, what could he have? He c-bets flop. Checks turn, bets half pot river. The bet size is so small. Ew. Oh, he had a flush, yes. It looks like flush, but then we had 1 to 4 odds, so. So I didn't find the aces yet. I can't find aces on table 2. Oh, there it is. I'm not sure if you refer to this one. So sorry, I missed the question. On the outside table we bluffed Greece fish. Don't do this at home. I call on the flop. And I don't want to overplay, so I just call in position. He c-bets under half a pot, which is quite smallish. So I call and turn pairs the board, he bets again. I think if he had a set on the flop, he would bet bigger, not under half a pot. So that's why I make a raise here, and I risk $6.75 to win $7. If I'm right half of the time, I make money. And he just thought he has been so aggressive. PLO heads up coaching. Yeah, but the heads up coaching, the only way to do it is in heads up Zoom. And the lowest stake is 50. So when the time comes that our bankroll is around $800 or so, yes, then we do the heads up coaching. And when our crowdfunded bankroll is $200, there's no point of going to pay PLO50 heads up. Oh, interesting turn card. I'm actually going to bet. And if he has a lot of draws, we can make him fold. And if he has flush, he's never raising us. So if he calls, we know he probably has a flush, and then on the river it's easy for us to see if we value bet or just go check. On table 2 I open kings, we don't get the set this time. We run so bad. Here the flop is sort of missed. It's a limp spot, so we have a middle pair and a couple of overcards, so I'm going to bet it. On table 3 I'm going to check this flop, and when he checks to me on the turn I'm just going to bet it and he folds. King ace, yeah, we had aces. Well, it doesn't really matter if the flop is monotone or not. Because we 4-bet him. If he looks our 4-bet range or makes any notes, he probably knows that when we are 4-betting 100 pp deep, we have either we have aces or we have ace-king type of hand. Or at least ace in our hand, so when we see bet the flop, he shouldn't have any folding equity, so only way he can put money in the pot is by bluff catching, and he needs to have almost the king in his hand to bluff catch. So it's kind of bored that he can't have anything strong. If he has a lone king, not sure he can fold it. He will think it for a while, but he just can't fold trips. But other than that, it doesn't really matter if it's monotone or not. Of course, if it's monotone, he might have flushes, but on those boards, the flushes are just bluff catchers. But if you mean that we don't have the nut full house, like the flop is 3-5-8 of diamonds. Yes, I make the decision to shove any flop when I 4-bet pre-flop and we have less than a pot behind us. So we sort of, against one player, if it was in casino or live ring, we make a 4-bet pre-flop and say I shove the flop in dark. If you start to fold some scary flops, you don't have to do much of equity calculations to see that you're going to make really bad folds a lot of times. Because people will shove, if there's not ace on the board, like if the board is 3-5-8 of diamonds, they will shove any 3, any 5, any 8, any wrap. They might raise you with any open-ender and that kind of stuff. We have a big pot brewing up. There's 2 players and we have some nice potential with our hand, so I'm definitely going to see the flop. And we have no information on this guy. We flop the pair and the cut shot. But he has $16, and when he pots, we don't have any folding equity. So if we had 2 pairs or wrap, then we can shove, but that's not good enough. Jaha, Victoria Coren has quit being PokerStars Pro because of the casino games. I'm going to make a note on this guy. He didn't bluff the river. So what happened there was that he had a flush draw. I checked the turn, he knows I don't have straight and river is black. It's a really, really nice spot for him to bluff with his missed flush draw, but he didn't. So now I know that his river range is weighted towards value hands. Oh, nasty river here. Now I have to call because he might be bluffing the river when everyone just calls the turn. And we have the set. Of course, he has some straights in his range. But if he thinks we are both drawing, he won't bet this. And he's bad enough to value bet this with ace 9 or something. So I just have to call against this person. And he shoves. Oh my god. I'm so tempted to call. Because he wouldn't do that with ace deuce. So the only hand he would do... Oh, he... Now I fall. I think he might have a bluff there. Often. But he is going to have a straight from ace to 5. Pretty much always. Yeah, he had a bluff. And he actually had the nuts. Which he slow played. Which is sick. Wow. Well, I knew that he had a bluff. He just can't have a value hand. He can't have 6-7 and he wouldn't shove any ace to 5 straight. So his bluff on the river was really bad. He is representing a hand that he just can't have. Here on table 4 I'm going to make a really tricky line. And he shoves. That's what happens when you're having coaching. I didn't check his stack size. Well, $15 and $2.75 to call. If any of our draws is alive, we don't. He has the quads. Yeah, shouldn't have done it against short stack. I thought he was deeper stack, so yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, of course, if you're 4-bet aces and you shove any flop, sometimes you join dead on the flop. Or at least backdoor 4-house or something. But the only important thing is that are you making money in the long run? Sometimes he hits the board, you lose money, he can miss every board. But the fact is that even if you show him your aces, he just can't exploit that. He can't make money out of that fact that he knows you have aces. So it's a bulletproof plus EV decision, no matter what the flop is. Yeah, here on table 4, that was $8 mistake. Ew. That shouldn't be happening. Now someone comments on the video that, oh my god, what a race, you fish. Well, yes, I was fish there. Here with the Ruko 3-bet. Here, this Greece guy 3-bets us. I'm not folding because this guy comes along. Here I'm calling, this guy is probably going to call, so we have 3-way pot with some value for our hand, and here he c-bets half a pot. Oh, if we had any better hand, we can think about making moves, but when we have nothing on the flop and we have one guy behind us, we can just give up. Wow. Here on table 1, nice pot. Let's see who wins. Two pairs, queens and sevens. Oh my god. Yeah, people are shoving pre-flop these type of hands. I just don't understand it. Oh, I missed it. Should have called. Ah, damn it. What was the action pre-flop? Yeah, he 3-bets. And now he ships this. I've said this before, and Victor Hugo has made this same play so often. Why would he shove when he's up against aces? The aces can't fold any flop. He can fold some flop, so why would he shove a hand instead of just calling and seeing the flop? I just don't get it. Wow, he had a... He had a flop nuts and he slow placed them to the end. I'm actually going to check call here and... Oh damn, the flush come up. Thought about check raising any blank turn. Well, let's see if he calls. If he doesn't have a hand, he can't really call. And he folds. So I'm just playing against his range. I strongly believe that his range has enough air to justify R. And I would have liked that there was like 4 of diamonds, I check, he bets, I check raise. And there's no way he can call or raise me without an actual hand. Small 3-bet, well, I'm going to call in position. Let's see, we have an open-ender and overpair. Let's see how much he bets. Oh, he pots it. That kind of sucks because we have 6 out to the nuts. Queen is probably decent out. And if we call, he has a pot size left. If we have 10 outs and all the clubs, it's going to be pretty close. Now if he shoves, we have to call. And he has kings, we don't hit the hand. The reason why I call is that I think that if we hit the hand on turn, if we get a 6 or jack or queen, he's going to stack off. He's going to shove any turn. Wow, he donks for $1. Now he pots, I'm just going to fold. Because that dunk really looks like a flush draw. Well, he's an aggressive one. So I can hear, if we can see the previous hand. This hand is never a favorite against any range. It's impossible to have a range that this hand is a favorite. So his shove pre-flop is just bad. I think the reason why he shoves is that he doesn't understand that when this guy pots, he has aces. So he can call. And if the flop is ace 5-5, he can fold. So if there's even one flop where he can fold, it's more profitable to call because the aces guy will never fold. He's going to shove any flop. So shoving this hand pre-flop when you have the option to call against a hand that you know your opponent has, it's just wasted money. Wow. I'm going to make a really small bet here. Let's see how he reacts. The reason is that if I have aces, I would bet really small here because I get value only from like pocket kings, which he shouldn't have. And I think that he will have aces or 5 often. Kind of sick hand. I think he has a 5. And I'm going to fold this one. Ew. This guy, VK44, he has 4 buy-ins on this table. On the outside table, he has almost 5 buy-ins. 2.5 on the other table. Here he has 2 buy-ins. So he has made some big ass money today. I'm going to check here. I don't want to be check raised. And now I'm going to bluff him as a semi-bluff. Wow. He's just owning me today. Could he be such a good player that he's bluffing me here? Because I definitely have flushes in my range when I check the flop, but I don't have the nut flush. Now I'm thinking so long. Kind of tempted to raise him. But when I think this long, it's suspicious, so sort of ruined my chances. He checks the turn so fast that I don't think he has king high flush that often. So he might value bet smaller flush, but can he fold them if I raise him? That's the question. But he's just owning me today. Every time, almost when I make the move, he's raising me. Interesting river, turn. Here we have a flush draw open-ender and top pair. But if he's donking with the made hand, I don't want to stack off here, so I'm going to call and see the river. River is pretty nice, we have the backdoor flush, so if he checks, he's going to check call. And when he bets, I'm just going to call. And he has just a flush blocker. And he barrels the turn. I'm going to make a note. Make a note out of him. He has just a queen high flush. It's just a strange dark bet. Here we're gonna 3-bet, we're going to call. And we don't hit the set. Looks like we did, but we don't. And he, oh man. I'm just going to check. He hits the top pair and flush draw and he doesn't see bet. It's so strange. Here, let's hope our opponent makes moves. Well, 32-6 from India, he's not making moves. I'm going to see bet this turn. If he raises, we have 10 outs, we can call. And here we have weak flush draw. Nothing more. We have one nit on the other table. Out of 63 hand, his stats are 18 and 2. Raised one hand out of 62 hands. You can call him nitty. Hit the set on table 4, no action. Today we're going to stop at 10:30 finish time in 35 minutes. I'm sorry, today I have to go, we can't go all the way to 11. But that will be, I don't know the word. Wow. Well, we make it up on the PLO25 night, which is going to be multiple hours, I think. I hope it's going to be multiple hours. As long, the longer it goes, the more we win money. Here, he opens, I call with marginal hand. He calls from the, oh, he doesn't call. He's from UTG. Yeah, he limps. He limp calls. So, flop comes, ding ding ding. And he checks, and he checks. Can our pair of sixes beat him? I'm going to see. It does. It's always demoralizing to win with pair of sixes, but yeah. Owned you. So here, Evgeny checks and VK checks. If VK has a hand, he would bet it here because he opened pre-flop. So I'm quite happy to stab the pot here when they both check. And they just fold. I don't know what happened, but someone killed the chat. No one has said anything in like 20 minutes. I hope you are there and not just watching Esa Tikkanen play poker in Unibet Open. Although it was pretty funny. Not sure. We have. Not sure about table 4. I have to see what kind of base Tessina and also Mark is. Otherwise, it might be bad. But all the tables that we have this week, K44, we are definitely playing. Table 1 is flop the Frank 85-77. Ooh. Ew. The MTT Knight will be used to different funding. So what I am asking is that please don't transfer your money from the cash games to MTT Knights. Because the fact is that it's somewhat likely that the MTT Knight is going to be break even or marginal loses or big loses. After all, if we are going to play like 10 tournaments, the chances of making profit is, I would say, less than 50% for sure. So if you transfer all the money from PLO cash games, then on the next Wednesday we don't sometimes have a bankroll for the cash games. But after the MTT Night, if and when we end up winning, you can transfer those money to the cash game by just saying so. We have super aggressive player on the big blind, so I'm not opening any trash from the small blind. And here I'm going to barrel the turn. If I check, he's going to bet it always. He's such an aggressive guy. So I'm just going to bet and show some strength. River sucks, it completes the flush. I have the nut flush blocker, but if I check raise here, if he's a good player, he's going to snap call with the queen high flush. So the problem is that even with the nuts blocker, I can't give him enough pressure. So I have to check fold this one. He pots. Now I wish I had the nut flush. Yes, you can argue about check raising, but once he raises the pots the turn, I don't think he's going to fold. He's going to think for a while and he's probably going to call. But I'm going to mark him as an aggressive one, so I know let's look at notes. So next time when we have the nut flush, we are going to check the river and get the maximum value. Now we just wait. Nothing going on. He's probably going to raise me, but I'm going to make the half a pot c-bet here. He just calls. I'm going to bet big on the turn. And he calls. And now if he has a flush, he's not folding. If he doesn't have a flush, we beat him most of the time. But he has a... Oh my god. Oh my god. Just make a note. Print money in the future. Snap call turn straight when flush completes. Now there's a lot of hunting on them. Oh dear. Just when I make a move against 3k44, he probably doesn't have a queen. This aggressive guy wakes up and we have to fold. It kinda sucks. Here number 1, he makes an insta min raise back. He might be doing it with the bluff. Not sure. And we take up solo. Yeah, we had a pretty accurate read on this guy that he doesn't have the queens. He has to fold if we raise. But this guy wakes up and we lose 40 big blinds. And it's kind of just bad variance. But it kind of sucks because he has been shoving every time we don't have a hand enough to call. So either he's just soul reading us or he has just been super lucky against us. Don't know. It would be just nice to have a hand against him. Because he's stacking up pretty lightly, it seems. Like he's potting the river without the nut flush there. And it's making a 3-bet on there before. We haven't been that active. Oh yes, that's a green player. This flop is as bad as it can get. I think we have to check folding. Nothing we can do on this board. We have a cut shot pair, backdoor stuff. Let's peel the turn. Let's see if he barrels. And he bets quite big. Turn didn't improve us, so Kuba is asking that, does it make difference? No. I think the flush came on the turn, if I remember right. Oh, it was on the flop. Oh yes, definitely makes a difference. Yes. Even more fissure. Drawing, or actually what happened there, he had a jack of clubs in his hand, so he might be bad enough to draw flush with one card. Who knows? That's why he calls the turn. He thinks he has a flush draw. So yes, that might be what was happening there. Yeah, on the outside table, it's one of those spots we bet the flop, we bet the turn, river complete, straight and flush, and opponent donks. We just have to fold. And it's... opponent is 74 and 0. So he has always a straight or flush. And it's one of those spots when life just sucks, but you have to do it. So we had a great start. We were up several blinds. Now we have lost some pots, mainly due to our opponents hitting the boards that are great for bluffing, but today they are hitting them. The same guy who potted us on the outside table, the 75-0 guy. On the last hand he had a flop nut flush, slow played it all the way up to the river. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Our friend Copper has joined us on the tables. Table 1 is super bad. I'm going to sit out. It's just regulars. And I'm going to put up this one where we have 2 fishes on the table. Wow. Another big pot coming up on table 2, VK44 and Hanafin are 200 pp's deep. And there's ace on the flop. Aces versus cut shot. Wow, 400 pp pot. PLO is that easy. On table 3 we have a wrap and flush draw. I'm just going to barrel against this VK44. And he raises us. He's such a shorty that we have 2 pairs and we have the flush draw if he has Jack 7. So I'm just going to shove. He might do this as a bluff, as we have seen. So if he has Jack 7, it kind of sucks. And he does. He only had the higher flush draw. He has us crushed once again. We have ace and kings, and we know he's 3-betting more than aces. 100 pp's deep. It's a 4-bet. And get it in. And this time he had aces. It's pretty bad luck. And we don't suck out on the river. Oh man, yeah. That's how you lose 2 buy-ins in 2 hands. It's that easy. But we know that this Netua guy has 3-bet in position pocket queens previously. And when we have 1 ace in our hand, we block so many aces combinations. And I think we have to 4-bet kings, and as we have seen, these regulars shove all those wraps and rundowns. pre-flop, so once we 4-bet we just can't fold them. And on table 3 it's kind of bad luck that he turns the nuts. Like here he has double cut shot and he hits the perfect card. Definitely best card in the deck for him. Now he has the nuts and redraw, and we make a second nuts and redraw. So that was unlucky one. He's probably going to bet this turn. Oh, he's not. So I think he has some kind of made hand, like 2 pairs. Almost. Something strange going on table 2. We open, we get small 3-bet and 2 cold callers. Wow, but we have nut potential. Of course we call and we miss the flop sort of. And he puts it. Wow. And if he has aces, oh, he has pocket jacks versus wrap and flush draw. Often when you start to 3-bet pocket jacks, you are going to put yourself into a lot of problems. So I don't like his 3-bet. Because pocket jacks have bad playability in the post flop unless you hit the nuts. Because if you hit the overpair and flush draw, the overpair is jacks and your flush draw is jack high. Which means that you are going to be dominated so often. And on table 4 opponent checks, I'm definitely going to bet always. And that's a strange check. I'm going to what about actually check raising him on the river? I'm not going to check here. If he has ace, he's not folding. And when he check calls the flop, he has probably weak ace or flush draw. Not the flush draw, I mean the straight draw. It's so strange. Oh, he had, wow. Check calls the flop with cut shot and turns the set. Wow. These guys are strange. I don't know what this VK44 is doing, but he calls me on the flop and now bets the river. Nothing much I can do. People are just owning me on the tables. Yeah, on the hand that was it 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Jack Queen would be nuts, so yeah, 7 nuts. We have only third nuts. Fine. Doesn't change much. I don't know if this VK44 has evolved, but today when we are betting on those paired boards, he hasn't folded a lot, he has called a lot, and then when we check the turn he bets the river small. I'm not sure if he can float those or if he's overplaying pocket pairs. I kind of wish we would have pocket aces. But on the outside table we had one spot where we had pocket aces on the paired board, and I checked because I don't want to be check raised, and we checked all the way through. So kind of strange. Or maybe they are just hitting everything against us today. We have a double cut shot and the board doesn't change, so I'm betting this turn. Give him some pressure. And we have around 10 minutes. Let's see if we can make a big pot here. And it seems that Kopeck is on every table that we are. Yeah, he's in some of the other tables. I'm going to change them, because I have a feeling on him that I don't want to play with him, especially when he has position on me. So I'm going to change a few tables to the end. In demo 2 we hit the wrap, a middle pair, it's a try board. I'm just going to bet it. If someone raises we have a lot of equity to call. And if the board goes check, check, check and the turn is anything over 8, then it kind of sucks for us. Might have just shoved the turn. Didn't see his stack size, I was looking at table 2. Mistake number 2, but it worked. Now we have a hand on table 1. How to get value? Probably by just c-betting and seeing if he gives us action. He doesn't, so it sucks. And I'm going to change this table to the outside where the Kopeck is. And here we go, the last tables. Of the session. And here we have turn set. Oh dear. It's always a It's the feeling that when you're having session where most of your bluffs and moves don't work, you often start to question yourself. Like today we have made some raises or bets or try to take a line to represent a strong hand, and opponent has just raised us. Or here, table 3, we had the nut blocker and opponent pots the river, which means that why would he pot it if he doesn't have the nuts? Would he be bluffing with the river bet? Or earlier on one hand VK44 bet the river, we had the nut blocker, thought about if we check raise, could he fold? Every time we have made the move on any bigger pots, the opponents have just crushed us, owned our souls. So after that kind of session, you start to question yourself that am I this bad or am I this easy to read? But the fact is that every now and then the opponent just run to top of their ranges. And there are sessions where opponents just hit every hand. Let's see if we can get a flop on table 1. We don't. I'm going to bet the turn when it pairs the board. We have 14 equity and we protect against any draws, any jack XX, which is drawing pretty thin at the moment. And pick up the pot. So for the PLO25, I will make the trade now. Probably this Friday I'm going through all the networks to see if the daily tournaments or the Friday tournaments are still there, to sort of give some information of what kind of tournaments we play. Most likely I'm going to play just PLO high tournaments, but if there is enough bankroll and not enough PLO high tournaments, I'm going to play few PLO high-low tournaments. And just for the sake of entertainment, there's going to be small tournaments and a couple of big ones. Last time we had a couple of $30 tournaments and one 55 euros, which didn't start, actually. There weren't enough players, but we're going to add a few big ones for the entertainment and possibility of really big score, and then some smaller ones to between $3 and $10 buy-ins. And during the night we're going to talk about how PLO tournaments differ from cash games and everything else related to them. But if you want to join with your shared fund, you can just transfer it to me through PokerStars or Skrill or whatever works. PokerStars, Skrill or Finnish bank accounts are possible methods. PayPal is probably an option if you don't have any of those above. Now we are going to play one more orbit on this table. So when we pass the big line on table 3, I'm going to sit out on the next big line. And let's see the results. I don't know, I hope we are at least making a profit. It would suck if that dark 15 minutes would ruin our winning session today. Crappy jacks. I'm going to fold from under the gun. No, I'm just going to fold. He's going to shove any flop or go broke on any flop, so if we call now, there's cold color, so we fold, but often this doesn't cross anyone on the board, so we are often flipping. I'm going to check back this flop, so I wouldn't be check raised. If he's a regular and gold star or whatever star this is, gold star, he might check raise me here with quite a wide range, because this doesn't hit my button range that often, but it's not a 3-bet pot, so I actually make a c-bet. And now something funny going on. He min 4 bets or 3 bets, whatever this is. There's no point in shoving, so we just call and see if we hit the set or not. Here we hit the wow. We have cut shot and some. If this ace was 9, I would stack off here. But we need 30% equity, which we probably don't have. And he did raise us. I'm just going to fold. We would have been in a pretty bad shape here on table 4. And I forgot to set out. So here on table 1 happened what I was afraid of. He's going to raise me, and I think he can raise me with pretty much all of his air on this board, but it happens. At least now I have more information on him. It's the last hand. We're going to play it. Kyyberi is coming to every table where I am, and he's just getting position on me. Wow. And this guy 3-bets out of position. He has 3-bet a lot. I'm going to call. And I'm going to raise him, because most of his range doesn't have aces. And if he has some kind of weak ace, it's quite hard for him to just call. So now I'm just playing mathematically against his range. And if he folds often enough, it's profitable. Here we have 2 shorties and really draw heavy board, so I'm just going to effectively shove this flop. And we get action now. We see if our hand holds. We have a shitload of draws, and we can't win the pot. We had 46 on the flop, which is pretty decent. Hanaf in win rate. I have over 300 hands, and he's down $59. I don't know what he is doing. But yeah, on the previous hand, on this is a kind of classic spot, because when he 3-bets and we are 100 pips deep, I don't 4-bet him. He should know that I don't have aces. So when I raise the flop, either I'm bluffing or I have a 5 in my hand. So when he knows I can't have aces and he shoves, I can't call with the 5, or I can, but I should fold and 5. So if he's good enough, he might shove this flop with pretty much anything, because he has a lot of folding equity. I might have aces, but he would need a read that I can just call 3-bet with aces instead of 4-betting 100 pips deep, which would be quite bad. But apparently he's not on that level yet, which is what I based my decision. If he 3-bets, I think his 3-bet out of position was 20 or something. But if he 3-bets even 10%, it means that 75% of his range is not aces. And if he's going to fold here everything but aces or random 5, he's going to fold at least 65-70% of the time. Which means when I'm raising for pot size, I need to be winning the pot half of the time. And if he folds half of his range, I make money. If he 3-bets out of position 20%, then that aces are like, I don't know, 10% or something of his range. He's going to fold 85% of his range. So it was just raise against his range and the assumption that he's not good enough to re-level me and shove air. So let's see how we did today. We didn't do that well, which is amazing. We were up $100 and we lost $78. Yeah. Well, here's the 2 pots lost in a row, and this is the half an hour that was quite dark. Over 6 buy-ins down on EV. Here we lost 1 under EV, but other than that we run pretty well with EV. But yeah, hot start, cold finish, and even this minor EV drop in the end. But this kind of sucks. We had a great winning session, we didn't hold it, and we lost 3 buy-ins. Normal variance, but nothing you can do about it. Let's hope that the run changes on Friday and Wednesday, and if nothing else helps, we book some 4 digits on next Friday when the MTT coaching is on. Now, thank you all. This was PokerEye PLO coaching. I'm Kyyberi, and if you're watching this on YouTube and you are not a member of PokerEye, please join us today so you can talk poker with us. Now, thank you and bye-bye.